Hi guys, General Splatton here, and welcome to the first general how-to video. What you're seeing is continuation really of the Orc War Boss Stumperthumper, and if you don't like this video you can blame Stumperthumper for it, or at least that's what I'm sticking to. What you see before you is obviously Stumperthumper, and beside him is Vallejo Gloss Varnish. I want to zoom in a little closer and show you what this video is really all about. As you can see, as I get it focused, he now has drool. Before we begin to show you how it looks, I think it looks pretty cool. I want to show you how I did it, so that you can do it too if you decide to. What you do, let me zoom back out a little first, get it back in focus, go back out a little further, there we go. What you'll need for this is obviously the gloss varnish there, but I don't know if you can pick it up. Let's go over this way. I have one gray human hair. That's what you'll need. Watch it, Stumpy. I heard that. Now, what you do is you take the gloss varnish. Let me see if I can get this down so you can see it. I'll zoom in just a second. I'm going to show you just this one way to do it. There's several ways that you can that I'll talk about. Let me zoom back in a little closer so you can or get it back in focus. There we go. Now you take your hair and just drag it through gloss varnish. And as you do that, let me blow on it some, it'll start to build up the gloss varnish in successive layers. As you continue to do that, it might develop little droplets, which is, in this instance, I think adds to the realism. And you just keep doing that back and forth until you get it to the thickness that you want. And plus, it has the added benefit of it will thicken up and stiffen up, so it'll be easier to work with once it's completely dry. Now, I recommend that you not go as fast as I'm doing here. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes, but that you take the time to let it dry. Just blow on it real quickly. Since it's so thin, it'll dry very, very fast, and you can have it ready to go pretty quick. Now, I'm doing it this way because it's easy for me to show. You could also use a paintbrush for it and just hold it and paint it on. You could also, if you've got a spray varnish, which pretty much everybody does, you can use that. I recommend you use gloss varnish because you want this to show up as a wet substance instead of using a matte varnish, but I guess it would look just as well with a matte varnish. I recommend also that you use a gray hair. Yeah, I heard that too, Stumpy. So that way it's as you see, appears transparent. So you wouldn't want to use a nice black hair or something like that, especially a red hair, unless he's bleeding from the mouth. I guess that would look cool. I hadn't thought about that one. But just continue on till you get it to how you like it, and then you can use it in your monsters, orcs, whatever. You see how it's built up there? And you can continue on or stop there, whatever you wish to do. But once it's dry, then you can lay it into your model like I've done there, and you're ready to go. All you have to do then is take some super glue or some kind of contact adhesive, whatever it is that you use and feel comfortable working with. Then you can just lay it in there and cut it to the proper lengths that you want, and he's ready to go. He's frothing at the mouth, salivating, expecting the wah to come. So, once again, blaming this on Stumperthumper. He made a comment about what he could do with cat hair. So, there you go, Stumpy. Adds a pretty neat effect, I think, and something that's kind of off the beaten path, as it were. I hadn't seen this one on YouTube. I was talking to or messaging back and forth with AKA Razorback, and I told him I was going to do a how-to vid that he probably would find definitely offbeat, and there it is. But it can add, like I said, an element of realism to your hobby. Something you can definitely play around with, and you can also use this as a wire, like a model. If you're into the collecting and doing dioramas and whatnot, you know, this could be a wire that is strung between posts, or wiring that's used for on a model for, say, like the model's breaking through it, or he's being contained by it. So, you know, it doesn't have to be drool. There could be a lot of uses for it. Love to hear what y'all could come up with, ideas y'all could come up with for what you could use this for, if you wanted to, besides using wire, obviously. I think there'd be a lot of uses for it. So I'd love to hear what y'all think, and ask that you please rate and comment. If you have any questions about it, or if you think I'm totally nuts, let me know that too. But just something I thought that y'all would find interesting, and definitely I think can add, like I said, an element of realism to your modeling hobby. So this is General Splattin', and I'll talk again.